Hey guys, what's up? It's Erin here, and we're going to be doing something that I want to do kind of like an everyday Elphaba look. So, I just said Elphaba, right? So, this is from Wicked, and I'm not going to be doing like green skin, but we're going to do like green eyes and green lips and things like that. And it's one of those things that you can just whip out. So, alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the primer, so I'm going to move you guys a little closer, why not? So I'm going to use the AOA Studio Wonder Skin Poreless Primer, and I'm going to put it on all over my face. So we got this right here. Pardon the sound it always makes. Can't really do anything about that. I'm going to do it a little bit like that. And just spread it around really nicely. Moving it through. If you see me looking down, I'm looking into a mirror. Get that going. And then we have that down. I'm going to zoom you out just a little bit. There we go. And this, I'm going to go in with some eye primer. This is the AOA Studio Perfect Eyeshadow Primer in Glow. So we're just going to apply a little bit of that to my eyelids here. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab a little mirror here. And I'm just going to pat this in with my fingers. Let's get that nicely around the top of your lid. And just go like that. You can even pat it in like I am. So I will go ahead and do that. Now that we have the primer on, I'm actually going to go in with some foundation. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless formula in shade 105 Fair Ivory. Just shake it up a little bit. Pop any bubbles that are in there, and you just smack the lid when you have to do that. And then I'm going to have a nice hole there. I'm going to pour it onto a small plate. You don't need much. So just put the lid back on. I put on about that much. And I'm going to be using one of the faux mink brushes from the AOA Studio, which you can purchase at shopmissa.com. Not sponsored. So this is the AOA Studio F22 stippling brush. So I'll go ahead and bring you a little closer so you can sort of see what's going on. So I'm going to take the stippling brush, put on a good amount, and just stipple away. Leave that so you can see it. And sometimes you just need to bring your mirror a little closer. Alright, so we have, I do put this onto my eye as well, but we're going to cancel out the redness this way. And stippling, sometimes you need to do that. And this whole brush set, the whole mink brush set, was $10. So that was really nice and awesome. Going back in for the left side of our face. Sometimes you get something stuck to your lip. There we go. It's gone now. So yes, as I said, this is going to be my version of an Elphaba look that you can go out the door in if you're like bold and really choose to do that. Because we're going in with green and black lipstick. It looks a lot better than it sounds, so don't freak out on me yet. Okay, and it's a quick one too, so it's a quick look. Grab the rest of that foundation for the forehead. There we go. This is really like one of the best brushes I've ever used, and I'm gonna say it's probably better than a sponge. Just saying. Alright. Yes. Okay. So now that that is done and set up, I'm gonna go ahead and put this brush over there. Place my mirror back in front of my face. I'll put this over here so that we can focus more on the face. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use some concealer. This is the AOA Studio Wonder Cover HD Concealer in the shade Porcelain. So I'm just gonna go ahead and load my eyeballs in that. I don't really conceal anything else, so instead of the brush, I'm going to use a little sponge that I got. This is an AOA Wonder Blender. It is dry, but doing the trick. What's so fascinating is most Americans are saying, you know what, this president's keeping his promises, he's getting things done, and America's a better country for it. So I know if you look a little white, that's fine. Alright, cool. So, concealed. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so now we're actually going to get into the nitty-gritty stuff. The brows are sometimes the nitty-gritty stuff, so you guys are probably like, why are you doing your brows on camera? Because this really isn't going to take long at all. So just go ahead and apply that lovely, there we go. So apply. I'm just going to zoom you in. Why the heck not? Okay. So just going in here. Okay. Alright. Like, this is in taupe, by the way. It is a sculpting eyebrow pencil from the AOA Studio, in case you were wondering. And yes, I did load a good portion of product on my brows because I don't want to use the brow mascara today. So you always need to go back and blend in the brows. Alright. Okay, so there they are. Brows are finished. And now we can get into the eyes. Okay, so there's two things that I'm going to be using to make this work. So I have the Wet n Wild palette here in the shade Poster Child. So obviously I'm going to be going into that green. And then I have a ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in this shade called Cusp. So it's going to go on top of our green eyeshadow. So I'm going to go ahead and crack into this. I'm going to go ahead and grab a ColourPop fluff brush. And, oh man, okay. Sorry, I gotta readjust this. Readjust. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go in here. See? So we just, it takes a lot, so just tap your product back there. And my people are working with the same. I'm just hoping you could go. And just go ahead and do that. I'm actually gonna put a different mirror in front so that I'm a little more comfortable. So here we go. There we go. Just remember, you know, we're doing a good bit of fun here. I like to pack it on because she's green, you know. We want to make sure that green is translated. I know where to find you. No, I won't do it. Not with him. Take it easy or you'll be flying in handcuffs. I hope that will not be necessary. Okay, so we see a little green moment. Gonna put a little bit more on both eyes. No. Don't do this.
Stand down,
There you go. So this is what is going on. Okay. So we're done with that. And then the next shade will be Cusp. I'm going to use my finger to just scrub it in there. There you go.
What did you do?
And apply.
My job. I guess Benin was dangerous after all. But don't worry. I will tell Moscow the truth.
There you go.
The truth? You're gonna tell the truth. That the Americans were a great help.
There you go. And now we'll do the same thing on the other eye.
But it didn't have to end like this. Yes.
So, Pavlenka wanted her dead? This proves he's behind the
There we go. So nice and red and and green. Clearly it's been a long day for me. So I'm going to put that lid back on. And
How the hell did this happen in our own house?
I'm going to go ahead and use some eyeliner. It's been so used that it's actually worn off. So I'm going to go ahead and put on a little bit of eyeliner. There we go.
You said you're the Russians, weren't there? You did?
Okay. So there you go.
You had blanks in your gun?
Hunter knows what weapons you used to get the job done.
And you
Okay.
didn't tell me.
It was my one condition for going along with this whole crazy thing.
I see. So, this isn't because I'm better at my job?
What?
Yeah, you know, install tactics on you, follow me.
Ta-da! So the liner is on. And I'm going to go ahead and move this a little bit more that way. Ta-da! Alright, so now we're going to take a little bit of mascara. This is the Great Lash by Maybelline. And no, it is not waterproof, by the way. I wish. Actually, no, I don't wish, because sometimes waterproof just ain't your friend. Okay, so let's just do this. No, I'm not going to curl them.
People should never leave you out of the loop on something like this. He didn't.
You knew? You're just...
Alright, here we go.
So why bother fighting with her?
She fights back. Out of type.
Okay, a little bit more on the other side.
Yeah, thank you as always for being with us. We do appreciate it. Let not your heart be troubled. Big interview tonight. Thank you, by the way, for sharing a preview of the interview with Mayor Giuliani. You made a lot of news tonight.
Oh, Sean, thanks so much. And by the way, when you
Okay, so they are done, y'all. They're done. For the most part. I actually take that back. Okay, so we're actually going to go into that Essences All About Roses palette. And I'm going to take that really bright shade right here. I'm just going to take another AOA Studio brush. This is in E126. It's part of the Papa Pink version. So anyway, I'm going to dunk in there just a second. And apply on the cheek, the eyebrow bone here.
But first,
Just
the
apply.
resistance roots for America's failure. That's the focus of tonight's angle.
This is what I get for doing it in the dark. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna pull a little bit along my nose. Yes. Okay, yes, we got this. So we're done now with the eyes. And now we can go to the cheeks. So she's not exactly blushed. So we're not gonna put blush on them cheeks. We are gonna put a little bit of highlight on. So I'm gonna use the Profusion Highlight Palette. And you know I have to do this. I have to go in with a good brush. You know, good brush. So I'm going to take this ColourPop brush. It's nice and big and fluffy. And, you know, she's pretty, well, she doesn't have to do much. So we're going to go into some tempting right here. In the brush. Go in. Tap. And blend. Do it. Watch. See? See that? Yes.
American commentators wearing their "say I told you so" smirks.
And on the nose, and on the tip.
For their own country. They were preemptively dancing on the
Ta-da! Okay.
And why?
So,
For the sole
go back again. So we're done with the highlight, and now for the main attraction is the lips. So, here's how we're gonna do it. I have, let's see, 3 lip colors I'm gonna work with, okay? Because it's a little bit of a blend. So, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take 2 different shades of, well, 2 different brands of green. So this is ColourPop's Dr. M, which is a nice dark green shade. This is Wet n Wild's Liquid Megalast Catsuit Lipstick in the shade Emerald City. As if it knew. Alright, and then the final shade is, it's a black one, so it's called Widow's Peak. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. And y'all, I need to warn you, when you're wearing this for a long period of time, it is drying. You might look like you got green herpes afterwards. When you're trying to take it off, just be aware that that's normal. Lots of oil. Lots of oils. Might be good. Just be aware of that. Okay, so we're gonna go into some Dr. M first, anyway. So it looks a lot like that. I guess. So we're gonna apply that on first. I'm gonna try to do this on first. Ooh, I can't see nothing today. Okay.
Achieving peace and bringing North Korea out of the dark ages of human rights. That's a critical objective. And let's not forget, Trump is already
Sorry.
He has helped liberate American hostages.
Honey, we gonna give you a better mirror because this is driving me cray.
The possibility for real
Alright.
peace. He's changed the
And there we go.
The State Department today
Alright,
says
so here we
there's
are.
no official indication from North Korea that the summit is off, and that the president is planning right now to be there. Every United States citizen, regardless of their political party or personal feelings,
Okay, you want to take your time with this.
should want the summit between Trump and Kim Jong-un to happen, and of course, for it to be successful.
Okay, so there is Dr. M.
Thousands of innocent people are potentially at stake here.
Now I did put a little bit of Carmex on so that it'll be a little nicer, so maybe we won't get that flaked over effect. So now we're going into the Wet n Wild one,
And that's the end.
which
And now, as
has
promised,
that kind of applicator, the one that looks like a chair.
mayor and attorney for President
Not
Trump,
sure,
Rudy
but
Giuliani.
it is what it is. Okay, so here we go.
Mayor Rudy Giuliani and now counsel to the Trump team. Mayor, how are you? Good to see you. So you made a lot of news last time you were on this network on the, let me see, what was the issue? Reimbursement of payments to Michael Cohen for the Stormy Daniels settlement. Now we find out
Okay,
disclosure forms that indeed.
so that is now on and level.
Done a couple weeks back on our network.
Now I want to still use that black while we're still wet and pliable, okay? It's the exact same kind of applicator. It's the same kind of packaging, the whole thing. So Don't worry about that. Alright, so let me grab it with my other finger here. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So here we go in with the black, but we're just gonna combine it a little bit.
Liability, which is important for campaign finance, or is it important for disclosure purposes? That's it.
Hold on.
Which we decided out of an excess of caution, as you or you would know, as an excess of caution, we're going to disclose.
This is what he said today in a letter. OGE has concluded that the payment made by Mr. Cohen is required to be reported as a liability. OGE has determined.
So it just makes it darker. It's a darker green now than it was. I'm really curious to see how this is going to go. But in reality, we're done actually. So let me zoom you back a little bit. So again, it wasn't much. There's a little bit of highlighter, a little bit of a green moment. Do I need to add more green? I'm going to add a little more green, just because the green seems to be fading a little bit, and I get no idea why. So I'm gonna go back into this one actually, and I'm gonna pat it on the lid and then just really go in with it. So I'm gonna use one of the AOA Studios brushes. It's a larger crease brush, so I'm gonna go back into the green and just coat it and intensify it just a little bit. Nothing too crazy here. There we go. Haha! Okay. And as you'll notice, I don't have finishing spray or setting spray right now. Those are they're sticky right now. When they fully dry, they won't be. So that's definitely it, but this is it, guys. So there's the eyes. Good little lining wing. The brows are done. Just, you didn't have to do blush. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my hair down. And this is the look in its entirety. So yeah, definitely. This is my kind of tribute and nod to Elphaba from Wicked. Alright guys, I love you so much. Now, if you want to see more videos like this or other weird videos, you can subscribe to my channel, and when you do subscribe, there's going to be a bell that's going to pop up. Please click that bell. It's a notification bell. It's going to tell you anytime I post a new video, okay? You need to know that. And if you like this video, please hit the like button for me. And if you want to let me know a little something, hit it down in the comment section below. I will make sure to put all information in the description box. Alright guys, I love you so much. Bye, and thank you for watching it. Bye.